You live.
Hey. Peace, love, and light, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome back to a little segment of Yo, What's Popping? It's a lot popping. It's a lot popping right now, y'all. Kind of want to address the title that Mick put up, listening but not listening. So I know we talked about this before. As a matter of fact, yesterday, that we hear the message because we killing the messenger, right? We don't receive the message because we killing the messenger. And damn it, if that ain't happened again today, this morning, we don't even hear the message because we killing the messenger. That's rough, huh, Mick?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know, y'all. I think that we have to do a little bit better with. Remember when you was in kindergarten or pre-K and they used to say, "Put on your listening ears."
Right.
Some of y'all need to put on your listening ears. For real. Like in real life. Some of y'all need to put your listening ears on. So I watched Sly City Blackout earlier today. I had my guy on there, Eric Mays, and we was talking about some things, and then the chat kind of went a little crazy because there was a is that my TV, Mick? Am I
Oh, hold
volume?
up.
Oh, I
I
thought
think
that was
that's
me.
mine. That's
Oh,
me.
okay, I thought that was me because I'm like, damn, I thought I cut it off. Uh, I think I was watching it and he was talking and he had some really good points, or whatever. And I think that some of the message was not being received because, you know, people weren't listening for real. Also, I think that sometimes we get a little angry with people for the wrong reasons. Like I think some of that in the chat that was going on that was getting a little angry about, but it wasn't his fault. Like, people can't answer questions that they don't get asked. Let's just all be cognizant of that too. You can't get mad at a person for not answering your question if it's not getting asked, right? So another thing I'm gonna say is something that I said yesterday. Sometimes people don't ask those questions or those hard questions because one, that may not be the place. That may not be what it was there for, or what they came there for. The second, which is the biggest, I think, people don't want to feel like they hurt those relationships by doing that. However, I just feel like if you have a relationship and a good rapport with somebody, it shouldn't be hard to ask those hard questions, right? And sometimes that's all about holding people accountable. And we talked about that yesterday too. You know, especially if you're standing on something, I should be able to ask you about it if it's not happening. Right? I mean, that's how I feel. What about you, Mick? What you got to say about it? Mick, you got something to add to that? Mick not listening to me. Y'all, he not listening.
Put my headphones on.
Oh, okay. So I think that we got to do a little bit better with trying to really hear things out and receiving the message and really listen to people when they're talking. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we miss a whole bunch of good information because we're not listening, we're not understanding. Like today, he was talking about the power, the actual power that council have and what they can do with it. And he was also talking about, he's only one person and one vote. So when we talk about those things that we want to see happening, things in the city that we want to see happening or whatever, it's not like he not for it and he not voting for it, but sometimes they don't even be hearing it because it's coming from him. Or we got to realize that it takes 5 votes, sometimes 6, to get it all the way through, right? And he's only one vote.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes we get mad at the wrong person because he's only one vote. So we can't put all the pressure just like all on him when he's only one vote. I'm just
Do you think it was because it was Eric? It could have been Satan. They'd have got a better reception.
yes.
Okay, because that's what I was getting out of the comments when I was seeing them when they study saying, and don't get me wrong, like I said, Dewan with Fly City Blackout, he said it was just a checkup on the ward to ward. It was a checkup. He didn't say it was a grill session. It was a checkup. What had been going on in the wars, and I think, and then he did explain himself. Like I think people was overlooking it because it was Eric, and like
I'm
he
gonna
was
play
telling,
devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because if that's what it was, don't put in there, hey, do y'all have any questions?
right?
Can't ask me if I had no questions. If I got a question, hey, does that mean you gonna answer it? Don't ask me to ask a question and then you're not gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play
Yeah,
devil's advocate in that. However, I do understand that what his platform was for. I totally get it.
yeah.
But don't ask if we have any questions.
I get that, but too, some of the questions you got to make it make sense though. It
Absolutely.
can't it can't be what is a person doing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? When trying to explain to you, he tried to move money, he couldn't get no money moved, and
Right.
then two, the other one when Eric was telling them about like he been trying to spend money. They didn't. The other money finna come now. They got the
Right.
compliance firm. Then doing the garbage contract here, and he was trying to show what council can do. But when you got people steady fighting and nitpick, like the big thing, they voted to do the hearing, but didn't want to ask the tough questions. I didn't understand that. And when you say something about Neely, I mean Mayor Neely, you say something, certain
They
people
coming.
might pop up.
They
So
act like the beehive, don't they? Like
yeah,
Beyonce's followers do. They act like the goddamn beehive. You
yeah,
be
they
scared to say something about Beyonce because the beehive coming. That's how they
yeah.
act. Yeah.
And that's how it was. I was thinking like you got people, what are you gonna find? What do you mean what you gonna find? You just saw he mishandled that garbage contract, but you can't say nothing about that. Don't nobody want to talk about what's going on. That's the problem because we steady getting these elected officials to get in these seats and do the same thing. Then when they get called out on it, if they your friend, you don't want to call them out.
You can't overlook it just because it's your friend.
Yeah, now they do a lot of that.
I got some listen, we don't all have some friends that did some shady shit, you
Yeah,
know, and you ain't gotta support that because I can't. But see, here's the thing though. Are you really a friend if you support that? Or are you a friend if you hold them accountable and say, hey, that was some dirty shit you did. That wasn't right. Now listen, friend, you my friend, and I gotta call you out on your shit. Now that come on.
no, I'm with
That's
you
being
with
a
that.
friend. Because being a friend ain't, when I know you hear people say, because I done said it before. I really don't mean it literally, but I done said it before. I done been like, that's my friend, good or bad, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right,
But here's the thing, they are still my friend, but I'm gonna call you on your shit. I'm
right.
not gonna just be out here and just letting you do whatever, and then I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not being a friend. Well, that's being a yes friend, and I'm not a yes friend.
Yeah, no, they got to stop that too, and they got to understand what a platform is. Like to me, it's like they want the platform to be high what they want you to talk about, and I
Hmm.
don't get that. This is you didn't create what you doing for how they feeling. It was for
Right.
you to get you to bring people you want to talk to. It's opinionated. It's an opinionated program.
Yeah,
We listen to their opinion. You get your opinion, then we find out what we agree on, what we disagree on.
absolutely.
But it's like if you can't say this person not doing right, you wrong.
Yeah, I do agree. However, Mickey, when you said before that we got to start asking the hard questions, we got to be a little
Yeah.
tougher. We can't be throwing these little softball pitches at them or whatever. We really gotta we really gotta throw the fastballs. We really gotta get down to it. And it's just like at council and saying that they need to get down to the business. And if when we on these platforms like this and we holding people accountable, we got to get down to the business too.
No,
It's
we
just plain
do.
and simple. We do.
Yeah, no, we do. But I think Eric was the type he could have handled them. That wasn't really no tough question. I
It wasn't. And he not no, and listen, he ain't no sucker, and
Yeah,
he's very intelligent. He don't mind anything being thrown at him. He like you said, he can handle
yeah, that was not no tough questions. That
it. Mm-mm.
that was really. I just feel like, to me, I feel like a lot of the people is they dealing with too many emotions.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Eric talking about the garbage contract, what Neely ain't done. If Neely was doing everything right, Eric wouldn't have nothing to say.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? They not looking at that you basically threw your CFO up under the bus. They not looking at that. Quincy made himself look like an ass
Man.
because you got up there hooping and hollering, then you don't want to get escorted out by the police. Why you just couldn't get up, walk out, walk on, walk away? So now he the new distraction of counsel. And they got people that's telling him he did the right thing. Can you
I,
speak on that for me?
he telling what I
No, I said people congratulating him like he did. He did good speaking up for Neely. How you feel about
Oh,
that?
now see, now that come to where I'm talking about. That's where I'm talking about where I'm saying people um okay and all of that foolishness, and you're not really a friend if you doing that. You can't be condoning nobody's shit. Like for real. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't be condoning nobody's shit for real. So first of all, you know that's wrong because you know all them outbursts and all that other shit. Oh, I'm gonna go a step further.
Come
Had
on.
that been Eric, y'all had that been Eric, y'all would wanted Eric's ass for that. Y'all would be wanting him suspended for 30 days if that was Eric. Now y'all need to keep that same energy with Quincy's ass. Flat out.
Yes.
Y'all need to keep that same energy because had that been Eric, y'all be all over everything. Any of these little groups or whatever y'all be on, y'all be all over that shit trying to ban him 30 days suspension. Y'all need to keep that same energy because it don't matter who it is. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if it's okay for you to do that to Eric, then it should be okay for you to do that to him. Jerry Winfrey Carter, Liddell Lewis, Tanya Burns, Eva Worthing, Allie Hokenroller, Dennis Pfeiffer, and Judy Priestley.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It
I don't
should
want
be
to.
the same across the board for everybody. Don't do that. Don't just because it's him, you want to do that because y'all don't like it. See, my problem is everybody got a hard on for him. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
might not like his delivery, but you gotta respect that man's gangster. You really gotta respect his mind. He ain't no dummy. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I have said this to him personally. You know what? I'll be like, Mr. Mays, can't let them knock you off your square like that. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Sometimes you got to, I know you be wanting to say something, and I know God gave you a mouth and an intelligent brain and all that, but sometimes you got to hold it. I've said that to him several times.
Oh, I know you will. I know you don't bite your tongue to nobody. You
No,
speak. Yeah, I believe
I've
that.
said that to him several times. He say, I'll try. He say, I'll be trying. I'll try. That's honest God truth. That's what he tell me all the time. I'll try. I'll be trying. But the thing of it is, they know what to do to bait him and to get him into that position to get him to going like that. But like I said, if you feel that way about him, then you should feel that way about everybody else that does the same thing, right?
Right.
It shouldn't be no different. So that's where I have a problem. And I feel like if y'all don't want to do that with him, then now I got a problem. Now I'm gonna speak a little bit differently when I speak about y'all if y'all don't have that same energy.
Oh no, if Eric, but this the thing. If Eric have an outburst again, and I hear people saying he needs to be matter of fact, I ain't gonna even go there. Eric got to have an outburst. And when they had their next meeting, if they ain't talk about censoring Quincy for that outburst, I don't want to hear them saying coming to Eric no more about it. Because now I know they just picking sides.
Absolutely.
This is getting down to it. Somebody need to really go in there and check Quincy. Not no, you know they ain't got to check him. Whoever in the second ward, they need to talk to Quincy, the third ward,
Yeah.
and tell him, look, man, you're not representing us doing that. You know what I'm saying? You work for the people, not for the mayor. You know what I'm saying? If the mayor can't answer some simple questions, if you know you, I'm like with people. If he quit, if he wouldn't have lied from the beginning with this garbage contract, we wouldn't even be in this situation right now.
Absolutely not.
If he just, hey, we did it wrong. We did something wrong. But then answer this question for me, Shatar. Who was going to ask the questions that Eric was asking, trying to get down to the truth?
Listen, like I said yesterday, nobody even had any other questions except for Tanya Burns. I think I take that back. I think Jerry Winfrey Carter had a question.
Okay.
It wasn't like on that level. But I'm not saying that like she didn't have a question. But I think Tanya Burns was the only other one.
And then you see how Quincy snapped that. That's when he threw the tantrum on Tanya. I want to know what they gonna say about that.
Yeah, because he should not have done that.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what was so crazy? It was outbursts going on everywhere because it was outbursts from out in the audience.
Yeah, I heard that was Murdoch was out there, but I think that was that's why I say when I say Neely is the Mayor Neely is the author of this confusion, because there's no way. I probably would have told Murdoch, don't come, man, because you know it's still gonna look bad on you because he worked for you. He used to work for you.
Yeah.
I would have told him not to come in there. He should have listened, man. If anytime you do something, that's if you're doing a deposition, it's not gonna be easy. They're gonna ask the tough questions.
It's supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? If he just couldn't come in and say it shouldn't even took to this, but I guess this the way they want Flint to be ran.
I guess. Which is unfortunate. And like I said, they got us looking like it looked like a whole damn clown show, right?
Yeah. Did you hear what Eric said up there and said? I actually thought it was an informative, good, informational show today, Fox, when he was telling them about the water, about how the mayor, the governor, the attorney general, how they all, the politicians, like he said, the Republicans too, deal with the water. Flint don't have clean water, but they missing that part.
And I like how he said that we continue to keep Gretchen Whitmer in, and she was a part of the problem as well.
All you gotta do is go look at Benton Harbor.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is go look at Benton Harbor. They couldn't deal top to bottom, but these elected officials. But you can't say, like I'm saying, I get what Eric's saying. The mayor just giving him so much to talk about because he really has fumbled the ball this first time.
Mm-hmm.
He really fumbled the ball. Like, and what baffled me is when you got people saying, listen to this with W.T. Stevens. You ain't gave them I ain't tripping. You in office. Look, you get to pick and choose who you want to get contracts to. Right. Why you wouldn't just get them their $1 million? You already ain't giving no contract. Give them their $1 million.
Why we have to go through all of that just to get our money? You'll pay everybody, but that I don't know, man. That's so crazy to me. Why would it? Why would they go through all of that? That's just so crazy to me. And then I be having a problem with that because then you want to after you do some old shady stuff like that, then you always want to be, it's my city. I love this city. I grew up in this city. It raised me. It's this and that. But you're not doing anything beneficial for the city. Nothing.
Not a thing. We commit black on black crime just in that. So they just talk about the blacks killing blacks. What about blacks getting in position and stopping the progress of a people?
Mm-hmm.
They, you know what I'm saying? We go over that. They ain't looking at the school system is messed up. Just look at the whole situation. Yeah, man, Flint's so messed up from the educational standpoint. We got people. I know we ain't got the full details, but we got people on the school board. That's sad. And I mean, we even got people on the city council. I'm like, Eric, some of them shouldn't be on city council.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them shouldn't be on city council.
Yeah.
And this ain't no shot throwing at Eva Worthing, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Her attendance is appalling.
we need to be holding her accountable for that terrible ass attendance. We really do. Because what makes you so special that you ain't gotta attend but everybody else do? What make you so damn special?
Attended anywhere else. If you worked at any other job and you had a poor attendance, I bet you won't be working there too long.
You be done pointed out.
You won't be working there too long. They get you. You'll get fired.
But what make you so special? Why you so special that you can miss all of this time and nobody else can?
All the young ladies of London truly.
What make you so special?
The disrespect. That's really the disrespect I wore.
It's disrespect. First of all, it's disrespectful to your ward and the people of your ward that elected you to be there in representation for them. You disrespected them because now you're not. You ain't got no seat at the table for them. They're not even being represented because you're not showing up.
Yeah.
Y'all they say it's part-time, it's not full-time. Well, hell, you're not even there part-time.
Now, ain't that a trip? Your attendance record for a part-time job is terrible.
It's deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. Unacceptable. Brother
Yeah,
Rock,
like brother said, unacceptable.
unacceptable.
But yet,
Absolutely unacceptable.
this is what's going on. But ain't nobody calling that out. You throw a hearing and y'all don't have no questions. But Eric got the question. That's what should be. That's what they mad about because the mayor got. How's the questions hard? Either you knew or you didn't know.
For the most part.
How is it hard when you just asking questions? It's just how's that hard?
Right.
If you wasn't lying, it'd be easy, wouldn't it?
You know they was
What's
lying.
What's hard is keeping your lies straight.
Right.
Telling the truth is easy.
Right.
Telling the truth easy as shit. Hard is keeping your lies straight.
This one, you know you was lying when you had to show up with lawyers. Well, when you hear I don't want to incriminate myself. Why you don't want to incriminate yourself? Because you know you did something
Telling
wrong.
the truth is not incriminating yourself.
No, but you had to tell the truth from the beginning.
Absolutely. And that's what's hard. Is keeping your lies straight. That's what's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for anybody. That's not just for Mayor Neely. That's for anybody on earth. It's hard to keep your lies straight, especially when you just constantly telling them over and over again.
Because I'm not going to say all the council need to be removed. No, it's certain ones on that council that need to be replaced. It's certain ones.
I think that it should be some younger, fresher ideas on the council. I think that also should be some people on there that's ready to really get down to the business and got thicker skin than to be upset because somebody said something or did something. Like somebody gotta have a tougher skin too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a thing
too. Because what provoked Quincy the other day for him to show his ass?
I have no idea. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't even know.
This my thing. I'm gonna stay on him until Rich get back. I'm gonna stay going with Quincy about this because I watched how they would go at Eric cutting up. Quincy want to act like the police ain't had to come get him. Why you just didn't leave? Why did you have to do another 5-minute charade, over talking, all this and that? Listen. A hearing is to ask questions. If you couldn't handle it, you should have never came. You shouldn't. If you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen.
Right.
So Quincy do need to be disciplined. Because every minute I'm seeing Eric was handcuffed. What is it? When Eric do it, they want him to be held accountable. That's the sad thing why we having the problems we have. Because you have all these people got these relationships, as you say. They thinking they gonna burn the bridge if they tell the truth to their friend. Is it really a friendship if you tell the truth and he get mad at you or she get mad at you?
You get to keep the surplus of your rapid service. These kind of delays are sure to be more frequent now due to an unforeseen circumstance anyway. So
I can't hear
it's
you.
really a bargain.
There is nothing quite like the sweet-scented smell of success.
Yeah, Chicago must be on mute.
Scene from last night's
I'm on mute. Keep talking, Mick.
Yeah.
The season work
I was just trying to see what type of friends we got out there. We got some of the worst friends in America.
Viscount Bridgerton's own mama may have loudly declared
Couldn't
her
even say
eldest
nothing.
son's lofty intentions to
That
her.
garbage contract.
Yet I cannot be the only one.
Not that it's going.
If
All it
this
is
form
just going to prove
of
that
R of
you
rape
might know about
is
some
indeed
kickbacks.
ready to flourish.
That's
Hey,
basically.
Mick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think, can you look on your page? Brenda Boyd said she made a comment, and I can't see it because she didn't mark. She not on A1 News Media Group. She said
I can't see it. I can't see it neither. I can't. Yep, I can't see her comment neither.
Oh wait, no, I see it. Okay, I'm on your page. I can see it. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, because I mean, it ain't up in the chat over here. Let me refresh the chat.
No, she on your actual page. She said Eva's got to go. She said go down there Monday. It needs to be standing room only. That's taxpayers' money. Okay. She said I do all the time because I can't figure out how they mad at Eric. Oh yeah, you're right. But she said for us to go down there on Monday. She said it need to be standing room only. Hey Brenda, what time Monday? Do you know?
I don't know why.
She's on your actual page. She's not on A1 News Media Group. That's
Okay, but I don't know why it ain't even showing because it ain't even connected to my what's the name, but it's supposed to be.
You shared it to your page, huh?
Yeah, it should have been. Yeah, because I can't see it either.
Yeah. I don't see it either, but
I don't know why my what's the name is.
Brenda, I can see your comments now. I'm on Mixed page, but tell me what time is it on Monday? I'll see if I can slide out and slide down there. Depending on what time it is, if I can get out of work in time enough to get down there, because I actually don't work in the city. I work in Orange. She said probably between 4 and 5. Yeah, okay. She said she'll inbox me. Yes, please let me know, because if it's at that time, I probably can't make it. I should be there. Even if I'm running just a tad bit behind, I probably can make it then. Yeah. That was
okay. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't link my page to it. That's what
probably
happened.
Not. Yeah.
Because it's on YouTube too.
Mickey, would you be able to make it, Mick?
To where?
To the meeting Monday.
She said you reminded her of that.
I damn sure gonna be down there. At 5 o'clock. I shouldn't have nothing to do on 5. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get down there.
She said 4 or 5. I don't.
4 or 5. I'm gonna try to make it down there.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm definitely gonna try to make it.
I damn sure gonna try to make it.
Well, you know they last, so yeah, they do last. Yeah, they'll be there by the time I get there. They do last a long time. You know, I got Brenda. You know, I be telling y'all think I'm playing. I got a little touch of ADD. I can't take it sometimes. I get to fidgeting and spinning and I listen. ADD. I get to fidgeting, spinning, twisting, turning, rocking, patting. Listen, I'm gonna do my best though. I'm gonna do my best. Y'all bring me a snack or something. Y'all know that's just so y'all know that is my nickname because I love snacks. Bring me a snack or something. Y'all listen. I'll be all over the place.
Then you see when Brother Robert said he was down there from 5 to that 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go down there Friday. Monday. Get down there Monday just to go see it. But it's crazy that that's what was really going on.
She said, yeah, I get PTSD. Child, I already got a lot. I already got some of that. I don't need more.
Oh, she said she got PTSD.
I don't need no more PTSD, but you, child.
That's terrible, lady. I'm going to get down there and check it out. I'm going to get down there and check it out, Brenda. Brenda, I thought Neely was going to pass. I thought Mayor Neely was going to faint down there when Eric was study asking them questions, but
yeah,
I couldn't believe that Quincy snapped because what Tanya said. Like that I'm still baffled.
Brenda said that was a good show this morning. It was.
Lovely.
I thought
I always enjoy hearing from Eric.
That's what I was saying. I didn't understand like some of the comments that even with like I say, I was baffled by the comments when the person was trying to tell them how you get stuff moved when you need 5 votes and you need the mayor. They act like Eric got the money in his pocket and gonna pass it out to him. That's really that's how I was looking at them comments when they was like Eric got the money.
Yeah,
he can go pass it out. He trying to tell them They didn't understand that. Okay, he said, how many? We got 9 wards. Give each ward $2 million. You don't think they know what to do with their money? But they got so caught up. Eric gonna steal. If Eric steals some money, his ass will be going to prison.
Absolutely. Well, that's the same thing I said about former Mayor Weaver. I said if she really stole some money, they would have her ass locked up because they ain't hesitating to lock no black folks up for nothing.
Nah, they ain't locking no black folks up for nothing. You still, they get your ass.
They gonna be on the witch hunt. Listen, they gonna be out. They gonna be on the witch hunt. They gonna be out to fricassee your ass if you steal some money.
Well,
they gonna be out to get you anyway. You know, because I'm gonna tell you. You know what? Can we just go? Actually, as a matter of fact, because here's the thing. Like I told y'all before, I really don't know much about the school board thing because I didn't see it and anything like that. But I just feel like they are on a witch hunt for Danielle Green right now. It's just seeming like a witch hunt. Like I said, I don't know what's happening, what's going on. I can't speak on it, but damn, I mean, the way that they going at it, it's like a witch hunt. And I'm gonna tell you, it's some people that's speaking on it that I feel like should shut the fuck up.
Penelope was writing.
I'm gonna just be 100% honest. I think you should just shut up because you're making yourself look real bitter and just kind of crazy.
Right.
Colin is my friend.
For real.
So
I think it's some folks that just need to stop because especially like here's the thing: if they, from my understanding, they hold an investigation about it. So if they investigating, why are you still talking on it? And you want to speak badly about this woman. You want to speak badly about this woman. And here's the thing: I don't even think that some of the witch hunt is even against her. It's against her man.
I definitely agree with that.
Because the way some of these comments coming and how it's coming out, it got something to do with her man. And I'm like, what do he got to do with that? He wasn't even there. I'm just saying. I just feel like they want to hunt for her because they don't like her platform. They don't like what she got to say about nothing. But that lady is very active. She cares about these kids. She always active with these children and everything like that. But it seemed like a witch hunt. I'm just telling you how it looked to me on the outside looking in. And y'all know I'm Switzerland. I am on one side. And I'm definitely not on the side because I didn't see it. I don't know. But I'm telling you that it's really looking like they out to cook her ass. And it's just like, and the way they be talking, and the way some of these people talking, ain't even got nothing to do with her. They talking about art. And I'm like, what do art got to do with this? That's so crazy to me.
Did you see what Becky Brown said?
She said, "Yep, Dr. Green is trying to fight for the school, and the others are trying to make sure it closed." I agree. I so agree. Let me see. Brenda said something.
What Brenda said?
I should not have gone out for a morning ride without a chaperone.
And what about failing to tell me why you have fully come to London with your sister?
First, I'm gonna read what she said about the school board. She said Danielle didn't speak on it, and Art needs to hush. I haven't heard anything Art said per se, so I don't know. So I don't know what he said, so I can't say that. And then she said the school boards across the country want to school. Are they? That's sad that there's more than just us.
By living under my roof.
Wow.
Oh damn, Becky Brown, that's what they did to you. Becky Brown said that's why I'm in Facebook jail fighting these losers on Facebook about that situation. I feel like this.
Brenda Boyd said a lot. He has a lot to do with it. I think that they trying to cook her just on that behalf, and that's sad. That should not be a thing. And that's sad. Sometimes you're guilty by association for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I don't know what that woman did to Danielle to make Danielle snap like that. I can say that I've seen Danielle on several occasions. I've seen her for a long time. Mick, turn your TV down just a little bit.
I got you.
I've seen her on several occasions, and I've never seen her just snap like that. And I ain't saying that lady did something to her. And I'm not saying that she didn't do something to her. But what I do know is if you back a cat in the corner, a cat gonna attack the shit out you. I'm just saying it's just a lot. It's a lot to it from my understanding. I don't know. You know, some people say that she had been picking with her. Some people say that Danielle just jumped on her. I don't know. But
I
I know
just
it seemed like a witch hunt. It's crazy. Becky Brown said, I'm a FCS parent and I am disappointed with the board's decision. Mm.
Brenda
So,
Boyd.
so Becky, you are disappointed with the decision that they made to take her out of the presidency and put whatever that other
Joyce,
lady is,
Miss Joyce McNeil.
Joyce McNeil. Thank
Yeah,
you,
Miss
Joyce McNeil in that position. Is that what you're? Excuse me. Is that what you're disappointed about?
She said
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like it should have been like
Brenda
this.
Boyd said a lot has been instigated. I can only imagine.
She said
And I think,
a lot.
and
No,
I
she
think
said
it's
Yeah,
Huh?
she said a lot has a lot to do with it. Ain't that what they said?
She said a lot. She said a lot. He has a lot to do with. That was when I was talking about art, and then she said a lot has been instigated. I believe that. I believe that a lot has been.
Okay, I had to update mine. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I definitely believe that a lot has been instigated. I just don't know to what. And like I said, I have to start following the school board and those decisions a little more closely because I haven't. I can be honest in saying that I really haven't. Not that it's not important to me because these children are very important to me. I don't actually have a child that's in the Flint School District. I don't live there, but I should follow it a little more closely just for that reason, because it is important, and I think that we do need a school built. I'm not. Let me say this. I get both sides. I get the one side of saying, let my help. But then I get the other side to say, nah, we don't need Mott to do that. I am more on the we don't need Mott side, just to be honest. So Becky Brown said, I feel they rushed too quickly for that emergency meeting and parents were not given time to speak up. I agree. I agree they had that emergency meeting on the fly. But let me tell you this. For me, it seemed like a plan already, right? It seemed like they had that all planned out. I don't know. I could just be looking more into it than what it is, but that's what it is.
That's what I was finna say to you. I was
Yes,
finna
what you
say
feel like?
when a person
Yes, ma'am.
moves
Say
that
that.
quick. Yeah, that's what I was like, for them to move that quickly and go do that. That's
Yeah.
why that
I feel like it was planned. And like I said, I didn't see it. I don't know anything about it. And I don't know very much about all of that school, all of the things that happen on the school board as well. However, what I do know is I know a setup when I see one.
Yeah.
I done seen enough of them. I know a setup when I
Yeah.
see one. And it seems like a setup because nothing comes together that quickly. Honestly, no. And here's the thing: as much as they bicker and argue and all the time, and they can't come to agreement on nothing, then all of a sudden, all them MFs came to agreement on that. That let me further know y'all had that trick up your sleeve for a long time. Y'all had that trick, and it's just the opportunity. It presented itself for y'all to come together and have that. That's what it seemed like to me. I'm just trying to tell you.
I'm shook. I gotta go back to them pastors. I am baffled by Pastor Gilbert.
Yeah, let's go with
Allegedly,
that.
I mean, from what I said, the conversation that he had with him, and then for him to get up there and when he could have spoke up and said something and said he forgot.
Yeah, but then he said I forgot. Now that is some shady shit there.
But
and let me say this: if that's a man of God, and if this is who God done put in position to lead us, we going straight to hell. Tell you that right damn now.
Oh yeah, we hit. we hit to the fullest. His flock is here.
That's how they did Eric. Yeah, they set him up. Yeah, they did.
Oh,
Listen, they be looking to pan fry them. When they got a dinner, they be, oh my goodness. Do you know that's true though? Do I know it's true? No, what we said was that's what was said. And I said, if that's true,
I said
that is the man of God, and that guy, and that's who God picked to lead us because he said he a man of God, we're going straight to hell. I don't know if it's true. I said if it's true. And if it is, I said what I said. We going straight to hell if that's who we got in place.
That's why I said
That's our
allegedly,
leader.
Brenda. I said allegedly. If he did do that, and I mean, my thing is this: I feel like both of them should have been suspended until we get down to the investigation was done.
Absolutely.
How
That's
do you?
exactly what
Yeah.
should have happened. They both should have been suspended per the investigation.
Because it's basically
PFI it. Hey, Mick, PFI.
That's how you're supposed to do it. It don't supposed to
Yeah.
be she move up to the vice president and the president. No, we're gonna suspend that until we get this checked out. Because
Absolutely.
you don't know what could have happened. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely with Becky on this question. You can read it.
He said, in my opinion, the board members are too old to fight for our children. These are grandparents and grandparents with these old mentalities. You're absolutely right. I believe that as well. And I think that it should be some younger people on there. Absolutely. And I think that they should give an opportunity for the younger people to be in those positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy because so when my children were younger, I lived in the Hamady district for a little while, and it was not time for like school board or whatever, but I ended up moving, right? And so when I moved, my children were still able to go there because you know how you be kind of grandfathered into it, so they were still able to go there. And then they had a school of choice and it was open. But anyway, so they were going there and I wasn't able. And then when it was time for election to come up, I wasn't able to be on the school board because I didn't live in the district, right? Because you got to live in the district to be on the board. And because I would have liked to have been on the board because there were a whole lot of things that I would have brought up because that school board needs to change too. They got some old fogies on there with some jacked up opinions that need to get the hell on too. So and they made some decisions. One is keeping Peter Toll in place that baffled me. That baffled the shit out of me, and that's still a thing for me. I pull my kid out of there for that. But anyway, whole nother podcast. But as it relates to the Flint School Board, I still believe that they need to get some of those parents in there or whatever, the younger ones, that have children in there, younger children, because listen, when my kids I do have some grown children, but I do have a child that's still in school, right? And so I don't feel like I'm that old with that very old mentality. I think I have a very I don't know, eclectic mentality about some things, right? I don't think all of the ways of old are the things to go. Like I'm very open-minded in some of those things, you know what I'm saying? And I think that things should change and they should be new, and I'm 45, but I mean, I ain't young by no means at all, but shit, I ain't 60 either, right? But I think Becky Brown said it was parents with students who ran for the board. Really?
No, I was just reading this one with Brenda. Okay, damn, my question popped up on there.
Yeah.
But hers not. I don't know. Yeah, mine is.
And hers did the other day too.
Yeah, okay. She said, I only know one person speaking on the situation, and they the ones been instigating for a couple of weeks. That's why I just asked her who.
Who? Is it Claudia Perkins?
I don't know. I'm waiting on
Claudia Milton Perkins. Is that who it is?
Man, you gonna try to have Claudia get on my head?
Oh, you're just a baby still. Oh, thank you. Brenda Boy said I'm still just a baby. Becky Brown said Dr. Green would have led the young parent board members to victory. I believe that. Oh, Brenda said nope. Who is it, Brenda? Who's the only one with a that's talking? I don't know. Because I done heard her talking. She one of the ones I think should hush. So, and I think, and you know what, and I like her, right? And I think
Claudia, my girl.
If I see her, and if I have an opportunity to see her, I'm gonna tell her you probably should bow gracefully out of this one. You need to back up because that's probably ain't the fight you want, Miss Claudia. You know what I'm saying? I think that this is my opinion. I don't think that all fights are everybody's fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that, and I don't think that it's a good look, especially with some of the history and some of the things that's being said about you as well, that you go into this fight. I just don't think so. That's just my opinion. And I would love to talk to her. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to her.
My only thing is,
and I'm gonna talk to her about it because I think she's one of the people that should zip it about it. To be honest.
And I got nothing but respect for Claudia. I wish they would have just kept it behind. Don't say nothing to everything come out.
Absolutely, I think she should bow out gracefully. I think she should. I think that I don't think that she should have been one of the ones to go and speak out against her. Like, if you really took the time to like some of those people you broke your neck to go out there and speak against this lady for why?
Nah, I get it.
That's one of the reasons why I said I think it's not about her. It's about who she's dating.
No, I get it because I feel like this. I just feel like I feel like both of them. I just feel like this, and I'm gonna be honest. If you friends with both of them, you might have to step back. When
That's
you
what I'm
with
saying.
both of them, you just step back and you just let the facts fall where they fall. Then you come with a decision. You don't just go out there because that's what like the enemy want to see.
Yeah,
they want to see us into it because this is taking away from what's really going on, building new schools, helping the kids. But the real problem is this: did you hear when Brother Roberts was talking today when he said the kids is graduating without an education?
Absolutely.
Can barely read or write. Because building a new building and putting the same teachers up in there is not going to help the kids.
But see, and that's the reason why I said that they need to adjust that pay because I know a lot of teachers, like I said, I know a friend of mine that is all the way in Atlanta went to school to be a teacher because it's a dream to come back and teach where he went to school at, right?
Right.
Can't do that, and then it won't get paid. So you got to go all the way out of state to do that. I have another friend, Tennille, did the same exact thing, and she's teaching out of town because it's more profitable. They can't live off that salary. That's trash.
But we should also have better teachers, like you said. We should have teachers that's really teaching the kids. I'm gonna use what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. He said it's not a student that's failed, it's the teacher that failed the student.
Absolutely.
Because you do break some of these classes down where it's 15 kids in there. You know what I'm saying? Where you can actually, these teachers, you got to get teachers who won't, like you say, get young teachers who got the energy, who got the mind, who not like the older ones who done been there that's burnt out. They can't deal with these kids that's coming up. You got to get some.
I can give you an example. When my son is 22 now, but when my son was in the 3rd grade, he had this teacher, and this lady had been teaching. This lady had been teaching for like 30, 40 years. It's so crazy because her son ended up teaching in the same school. Now she was teaching 3rd grade, and he taught kindergarten. So her son had been my oldest daughter's kindergarten teacher. So he was a great teacher. He was, they were fresh new ideas. All the kids loved him. Like, It was great. My daughter learned so many things, right?
Right.
Oh, very. I mean, because it was fresh, right? And new. His mama, on the other hand, needed to retire a long time ago because now she ain't got the patience for these kids. And now she got a classroom full of, she got 16 boys in her class and only a handful of girls. And so, they all over the place. Boys are being boys. They in the 3rd grade. And she had a hard on for these boys and she made it hard for all of them. And she had an attitude. She talked to them fucked up and all of that. I had to go up to that teacher. That lady called my son an idiot. Now y'all got to know I damn near flipped that whole ass school inside out. You don't call nobody's child no idiot. Or tell somebody, and she told another little boy that was a stupid question. I know goddamn well. Listen, when I tell you that I almost turned that school, flipped it all the way inside out on behalf of all of those children, when my son told me that she told that little boy that was a stupid question. Wasn't even my son, but I was up there that next day. I know you fucking lying, lady. What is wrong with you? I told him. I said I suggest you retire because what's gonna happen is you're not gonna have a parent that's gonna come up here and correct you and check you like I just did. They're gonna come up here and they're gonna knock your teeth down your damn throat. Because I was tempted. I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't talk to no kid like that, nobody's child like that. You're a teacher, you're an educator. That's not the way to do it. You tell them it's a stupid question. She gave all of those children who love school now hate school because they had a bad teacher, right?
Right.
And that's the thing. They need to get their old asses up out of there. Or maybe you need some older children. You don't need to be with these young kids anymore.
But that's the thing that's not being talked about, the bad teachers.
Absolutely it's not.
See, we just study saying you can throw money. No. When they doing these new buildings, they need to be checking these teachers that's coming in. Absolutely. I'm just like with today, which I did disagree with Eric with when he was talking about but I understood what he said because he got his ass whooped. That's why he wanted to put more money to the police when he said that's why he wanted to allocate money to the police. My thing is, why is we throwing money at a problem that's not being fixed?
Yeah.
Brother Robert, go ahead.
No. Finish what you're saying.
Oh, because like Brother Robert said, if you go look at where the employment is high, less crime.
But remember, I said if you go and look where the neighborhoods are clean at, it's less crime. Because you can go up the road a little or down the road, go south down the road, and you can go to Royal Oak, you can go to Troy, you can go to Sterling Heights, you can go all of these places in their little downtown. It's booming. It's clean. They walking around. Look, it's great. It's clean. They all in there. But you can go into that little neighborhoods right around the way, and it's nice in there. It's clean. You don't see mattresses laying out. You don't see half burnt down houses.
Nope.
You don't see none of that type of stuff. They have something nice. Then, but like you, I don't agree with what he said about adding more police officers and giving them more money because I feel like wholeheartedly that we need to police our own. And I believe that money should go to like Man Up Peacekeepers and Urban Peace Corps and any of those other groups that are doing that. I didn't say the names because I don't know all the names, but those two I know for sure. Those are the things that need to be funded, not more police officers. Because here's the thing, are they going to get the education that they need? Because I also feel like it should go back to you got to live in that city to police that city. Because now you got people that live in those nice neighborhoods like that are scared of people in Flint, or they scared of somebody in their neighborhoods, and so they pulling guns and they automatically think they wrong and they in trouble instead of talking to them. They don't do conflict resolution or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Now, if you throw money to teach those type of things, then maybe I'll reconsider my opinion in that. But as of right now, fuck that. We don't need no more bullies on the street because they being bullies.
And that's exactly what it is. And I'm with you with that. It ain't nothing but bullying.
Absolutely, it is. It absolutely is. And here's the thing. They can bully people when it's not wrong, but then when it's something wrong, we call them. They ain't nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. It takes 2 or 3 and 4 hours for them to get there, but you want me to give them more money? That's the same thing I said about when they said McDonald's wanted $15 an hour. And I said, shit, you want $15 an hour to put ketchup on a burger? I told you no ketchup on every goddamn time I go. I know you lying. That's how I feel about that too. I ain't gonna give you $15 to fuck my order up every time I come through there.
No, you're right about that.
You do better so you can get better. But until you do better, I can't support that. I'm telling you that right now.
And I do agree with Brenda Boyd just said. She said, listen, that stuff is deliberate. People, in my opinion, are being paid to put that trash all over. As soon as you clean it up, it's right back. I do believe that.
You know what?
I do believe that because all these cleanups they've been doing, this is crazy that they be right back out to clean it up.
But you know what? I see that too, and I see that's deliberate in it doing that because now then that gives you somewhere to say that my ward did this cleanup and now we got it cleaned up, whatever. So you can continue to say you cleaned up this block. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Give them $15. Who give them $15? The McDonald's workers, they getting $15 now because that COVID pandemic made sure everybody got $15. They get $15.
But gas.
And I'm not going because I don't want them messing up my. Listen, Becky, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about that. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. So I don't like ketchup on my hamburgers or anything like that. Actually, I really don't eat beef anymore, right? But when I did though, like I always, if I got a burger, I didn't want ketchup on it because I just don't like ketchup on my burgers. Not that I don't like ketchup. Anyway, I go and I say, I want to, and I don't eat cheese either or cheese on my burger. So I say I need a quarter pounder, no cheese, no ketchup, right?
That's just nasty.
So I said, no, listen, I say a quarter pounder, no cheese, no ketchup, add mayo, right? That's how I like my burger. That's how I like my burger. I get this burger, y'all. This is no lie. I wish my kid was here so he could tell you this because it was so funny to him. I get my burger. I open my burger up. I swear to God, it looked like a fucking scene out of First 48. I'm talking about it was ketchup everywhere. I opened the thing up, ketchup everywhere. It looked like a goddamn autopsy. I was so pissed. I said, y'all motherfuckers want $15. I was so mad, y'all. I said, oh my God. And it was so crazy because that was that I just hadn't eaten anything all day. I was so hungry. I just wanted this burger. I didn't get no fries. I didn't get no nothing. I was so upset. I just threw the shit in the trash. I went home and went to bed. I was that damn mad.
Best thing you did.
I was so mad. I just didn't even say nothing else. I just threw it in the trash and I went home and I went to bed. But I'm telling you, and I've been on that ever since. I'm not giving y'all $15 to put ketchup on my burger. I'll tell y'all not to. It looked like a damn autopsy. It was terrible. It was fucking terrible. Y'all. Brenda Boyd just said, just like you got people on social media, no one knows them. But every night they make a post saying that they hear a lot of shooting. Then it'd be a bunch of comments saying they heard them and where. It'd be all over Flint and all the way to Flushing. I'm like, y'all need to stop it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because you're right. You're absolutely right. And for it to be all of this shooting and nothing happens with the shooting, you know, when people, I've seen like a lot of posts talking about they heard the shooting and they heard all of this shooting and they didn't see anything and they didn't see anybody. I don't know. And nobody got shot or nobody got anything. Yeah, it'd be crazy because it seems like rhetoric. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it'd be some mess. I'm gonna tell you, it'd be some mess though, don't it? But it's crazy though. But they not tripping off the water. They not looking at what Becky Brown said for her. She said, but the education in Michigan is low. That's sad that the education in Michigan is low like that. Yeah, but I guess they want to. I guess they want to keep it low like that. They can keep pulling these tricks that they pulling. I'm just waiting to see back who gonna sit down there and do the hustle, and with Gretchen Whitmer and Dana Nessel and them this coming summer. Because, you know, it's election time. I want to see who's going to sit up there and hustle with them. But I'm going to tell you what should happen. If it should be anyone, I'm not saying to go out and do this, people. I don't want to be sued. But I'm going to tell you, any one of them council people that's sitting up there doing the hustle with Gretchen Whitmer when they come down, they need to be kicked in the ass. I guess that won't get me messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say they need their goddamn head cracked like Brother Roberts was saying.
They need to be held accountable.
No, they need to be kicked right in their motherfucking ass. You see another one sitting down there. You know what I'm saying? They need to be kicked right in their motherfucking ass if you catch one down there hustling. And I ain't saying nothing because I saw Eric was hustling last year. So I'm not trying to throw him up under the bus. He was down there. I understand it was the kids and shit, but hot damn it, this time it should be all business. Gretchen Whitmer shouldn't even know what her drivers should be saying. We can't go to Flint. when they tell her what she be, no, we can't go fuck with Flint.
Let me tell you what's gonna be hard from that. is her okaying all of these new businesses and all of this expansion that GM is putting around. That's gonna be hard because people in those other communities where she's allowing these things to happen, that it's gonna be a big thing for them.
I mean, yeah, shit. The way Flint looking though, what is they trying to wait?
But I get that. But you got to think about it. They got the battery plant in Lansing. They just expanded. They expanded Orion, plus the battery plant Orion. Then they expanded. I forgot the other little place. Brownstown. All of those
places. What's wrong
with here? I'm just saying it's gonna be hard.
What's wrong with bringing one here?
It's not. But let me tell you what happened.
Talk to me.
The council and the mayor and you know the people of the city didn't go to them to advocate for it. That's what they did. All of those other places did. They didn't do it. I'm sure they would have if they would have, but that's the same reason they left, right? They wasn't giving no tax breaks anymore. These people are getting that and they getting all of that, and it's bringing all kinds of jobs there. I'm only telling you what I know because I work there.
Okay, Brenda Boyd, so who would you rather be there than her? Because I'm not liking the option so far. Her war chest is huge. She's not going nowhere. You talk about
Whitmer?
Who? Women. Oh yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, Brenda. That's what I'm saying to Mickey. That's gonna be hard. That's really gonna be hard because of those few things.
I mean, yeah, she got a hell of a. I ain't saying she ain't got a hell of a war chest, but damn, Brenda, what we supposed to do? And then people still see that's the problem. These people should not be getting elected, man, just because they got the money and the motherfucker. I mean, and the people getting screwed. Like it is crazy. This is just really crazy. That debacle that happened up in Benton Harbor. Oh my goodness. There's no
Genesee County. Profits off of Flint's poverty. I've said that several times. Just imagine if Flint was independent again, Genesee County would be poor, not Flint. You're absolutely right. I've said that several times. They profit off of plight.
Well, this what I love. What Miss Claire McClendon said. Why don't none of them councils get the ghost of emergency manager up out of here? Start buying back Flint stuff. Start like Becky Brown just said. Start becoming independent. But I was reading what Brenda Boyd said.
I was too. I'm sorry. You were talking, so I was reading.
Yeah, I caught it too. That's when I looked. But she had all these catastrophic problems.
But she's done good. Plus, she handled all the catastrophic problems.
I don't see what she handled them at, Brenda. Now, you lost me there. I'm trying to. Flint still got not clean water.
Well,
and Benton Harbor is on the bottled water. Is she gonna take their bottled waters back when she get reelected if she win? Because she promised the Flint was gonna have water bottle lines, Yeah. So I'm just saying. Remember, I've been hollering for this cluster study that he trying to get here. You know what I'm saying? Working on.
We also have to remember that Mick in saying that she's the governor of Michigan, not just Flint. So we gonna be hard pressed to bust her out when she doing all of these other things in these bigger cities like that, But it's not just her. But like I'm saying, shame on Flint for not going to for having a seat at the table about these battery plants. Shame at Flint for not going to the table, because they should have been at the table to advocate for us to have that, for us to have more jobs.
Okay.
More jobs bring less poverty, right? So and less plight and all of these other things, you know what I'm saying? So less crime because they got something to do. So shame on Flint for not going to the table to advocate for us to get them.
Yeah, you got a point.
Shit, because I would love to stay right here in the city and go to work and I'll take my ass 40 minutes down the road.
Well, I'm finna read Brenda's and Becky Brown. She did okay. Brenda said, "Listen, I believe that the reason things is going like this because we are no longer a city. we belong to the county. That's why Shorty doesn't act right. and Becky Brown said Woodman has been bought by the same folks who represent the Republicans. I can believe
And that's
that
the reason why she'll stay where she at.
Yeah, because she doing business with them.
That's the reason why she'll stay where she at. I believe that wholeheartedly. For real.
I mean, you got a point. I'm just looking at the things that she did, like this lawsuit.
Brenda says, stop listening to him. Sheesh. People been talking about cancer. You don't know the history. My husband and everyone that worked at the water plant has died from cancer. Well,
at least in his bring a study here, though.
I know that they've been talking about cancer, but he's saying that there should be a cancer cluster study because of those things. I agree with that. I agree with Arnett. I'm not even going to.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, fires in this age and time, I haven't heard nobody else say do a cancer cluster study here. You know what I'm saying? Besides, I was one of the first ones that I know of that was on social media talking about it. You know, because we damn sure don't hear the media,
right?
But you know, that's all I know.
Yeah. I haven't heard too much either, but I do agree that, you know, cancer has been the talk, and a lot of people have died from cancer from certain things or whatever. So, but I really do think that we need a cancer study for real, a cancer cluster study.
No, because look how the cancer have people been dying from it, man. They find out they got stage 1, and about there 2 months later, they didn't went all the way to stage 4 dead.
Brenda Boy said, plus them kidnappers, man, they was gonna mess with what kidnappers? What? Wait, what? What, Brenda? What about the kidnappers? Can you explain that about the kidnappers? Because I'm not really sure. How much money society gets off of life was black body? Oof, you right about that.
Yeah, they do. They get money off them black bodies. Oh, she talk. Oh, you talk. The kidnap. You talk about which one? Talk about the ones that was going at the governor.
Oh, okay. What you talking about? The people that was going to kidnap her. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that's what you was talking about.
That's what she said.
That was going to kidnap her. Okay, I just want to make sure that's what you were talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you right.
Got you.
You right. Yeah, they was on her head, wasn't it? But I think that's why some of those things got those agendas got pushed too, because of that. And, you know, people saying, you know, like, hey, we know where you live, we gonna pull up. Right?
No, they was not going for that lockdown.
They refused to be locked down again. And the same thing with the kids in the mask. They was over that. They was done with that. They like, oh, you got us messed up, Big Gretch. You better let it go.
Yeah, but that's how Flint, but it would have been a different thing. But that's how I feel like Flint should have been pressing with the mayor, with the people too, just not the mayor, the state rep, the council people, not this new council, but the last council when they did that deal.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna tell you what, I don't think that we in this city do enough research about the things that's going on around us so that we have a city at the table of that, because they should have been researching and knowing that people were going to the table about them battery plants a long time ago. So, you know, if you start doing your research and you doing that, they should have been advocating for that, to have those battery plants in that, because GM just spent the billions of dollars doing that. You hear me?
But that's
my plant is getting ready to go from a 400 million. Listen to me, a 400 million square foot plant to a 800 million square foot plant.
Right.
Come on now. And we about to build that. We're building the Silverado and the Sierra, the electric one, and we doing batteries right there. You feel me? Like, that's some shit that could be happening here.
But what is the mayor's job? Ain't he the CEO of the city? Don't he supposed to get out there and do these things?
Like I said,
they ain't council. I just can't put that on him.
We ain't putting the right people in place.
No,
we not. And then where's our state reps for that? Because listen, Annette came to. He was at the table. We went there for the big press conference and all of that, advocating for all of that. Our state reps ain't doing it either. And we got a state rep from right here in our city that ain't advocating for none of that shit. And y'all allowing it. Y'all crazy as hell. Ain't no MF and way I put her back in that position. Wouldn't have put her in there the first time. But we got a state rep that's right here from this great city that ain't repping for shit for us. Not one damn thing. I ain't heard a word from her about nothing. State rep.
Well, what's the other reason you feel it's not coming here, Brenda Boyd? Brenda feel like that's another reason that the plant's not coming. Why you think it's not coming here, Brenda? Because I'm devastated by it that they I feel they should have been bringing jobs. I mean, this council, I understand.
What she say? She too busy worried about the Crown Act. Man,
it's crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, to me, it's just like, what can you say that Neely really did that would warrant him to have to get a second turn to get it right?
Repeat your question.
I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, what would warrant him to think he should be able to get a second chance at being the mayor again, re-election?
Are we talking about Mayor Neely?
Yeah, I'm saying, have you just seen what he did?
I don't think there's anything that at this point right now, even if I was able to vote, I'm not, because I don't live in the city, but even if I was able to vote, for me, he can't come back from it. He can't come back from none of that. I'm going to just be totally honest with you. For me, he can't come back from none of that. I'm going to be wholeheartedly honest. I can't, because it's several factors in that, right? The lying and all of this other stuff and all of these things going on or whatever, but it's just too much. It's absolutely too much. It's been like way too much, right? And I also believe that, all of this division and all this bickering that's being kept up in this division, he in the middle of it, and he's straddling the fence. So he on this side saying this, then he on this side saying that, then he on this side saying this, then back on this side saying that, then he flip over and then he say this, and then I don't recall that. I didn't say that. I don't recall that. I don't remember that. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
I'm just shook with him. Like, my thing is with him signing that deal for Flint to take that $20 million.
Brenda said her and her shorty gotta go. You're right.
Well, he didn't want to take it to trial. I feel like him not want to take this to trial and saying that $20 million, then you got to see McLaren got to opt out.
Mm-hmm.
And then these people ain't understanding this deal that the lawyers did. He should have took this to trial. Mm-hmm. Like, how can he really come back from that?
Can't. That's what I'm saying.
Like, how can you look at
things you just can't come back from? That's one.
And I'm just going with that. Like, you didn't think that we should have said take this to trial. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, just off that one thing right there, just with him.
Just off that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, man, giving you another shot. They say everybody deserves a second chance, but I can't see why you would give a person, I would give you another chance when you didn't already play.
Because you crossed me once. I ain't about to let you double cross me. That's crazy.
Yeah, you crossed the whole city. And then, like, these people ain't understanding when they get these checks and start seeing the little money that they got. They not understanding that aspect of it yet.
Becky Brown said Flint is a sexist town, especially our religious folks, and you are right. And I'm saying that coming from a person that grew up my whole life in the church. I ain't on that organized religion thing anymore. However, I rock with Derek Aldridge the long way, the hard way. However, I don't do any of that organized religion anymore, but it's very sexist. Very, 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 very sexist. Absolutely.
I believe this. I believe maybe certain people in them that make it sexist, you know, because they really not studying the book. See, if you really had people that was really studying it and they was really living by that book, man, it wouldn't be sexist. What it is, we have to really understand. This is America. It's really now we got to get off into it. Now we got to get off into it.
Becky Brown said the Bible was sexist.
The Poison Book.
Poison Book. Let me read this comment from Brenda Boyd real quick. She said, "How do you get elected and never speak to the people? How do you get elected and never tell to speak to council and the people about who you appointed to City Hall, like we only know who was there because they left?" Well,
would you want to work for somebody that'll throw your ass under the bus?
Brenda Boyd said organized religion she believes is man-made and the Bible was rewritten by man. And Becky Brown again said the Bible was sexist.
I mean, yeah, because you
it is.
Because the Bible that we got is been cut. You know, not to use it's been cut and diluted. You got to remember. Think of who the founding fathers was. Remember, it was a time women could not. They didn't want women to vote. Didn't have nothing. Listen, only thing they can do was have babies, raise the home. They didn't even want them voted. Think about it. This was a woman who gave birth to them, fed them, nurtured them, clothed them. As soon as they got 18, they didn't want their mama to shut up and go in there and wash dishes. They didn't even care about her voting. Mess up.
So crazy. You want to know a crazy thing? I got into a little tiff with a lady, and she was a white lady. And she was talking to me about it, and I told her, I was like, you know what, I ain't a person like, you know, I really don't discuss like politics and religion with, you know, like at work or whatever. I just don't do that. And she is one of them women livers, right? And she just thought women. And I was like, and so she kept on, you know, and I was like, well, listen, I said, I ain't one of them people that feel like women can't do what men can do, or can't do what a man do or whatever. But I do wholeheartedly believe there are some things that women can't do everything that men do. I said, and I'm not one of those extra independent women that say I don't need a man. I said, because, and I always laugh and I say, because I don't like taking my trash out. And I don't like pumping gas. I ain't that woman. So I ain't the one that's going to say I don't need a man. I'm never saying that. You ain't never going to hear me say that at all. And so she laughed and she thought it was funny. And then she was like, well, I just think that, you know, we need to stand up for all the women and, you know, it needs to be more. She was trying to get me in one of these women groups at work. And I'm like, I'm straight. I don't want to do that. And so she got to talking about voting.
Right.
And I told her, and I said, I agree wholeheartedly that voting is very important. And she was on and on about it. And she just kept going on and on about it. And women this and women that. And then she was saying that, she was going on and on about some other things. And I said, well, how do you feel about that Black people were able to vote before women were? So even though you're a woman and you're a white woman, Black men got to vote before you did. I thought she was going to lose her mind. She ain't want to talk about it no more. She ain't want to talk about it no more. I'm like, listen, so being a feminist or whatever the case may be, a Black man got to vote before you did. You said what? She ain't like that at all, Mickey. I felt like you when I was having that conversation. She ain't like it at all. He said that wasn't the point. I said, hey, I just asked you a question. You was asking me questions. I was asking you what. She ain't like that at all, Mickey. She ain't want to talk to me no more. Listen, she ain't never asked me another question like that again. She ain't never asked me to join the group again.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, she was mad at you.
Yeah, she is.
She was big mad.
Yeah, she was. Becky Brown said she's not a feminist neither. I'm telling you.
Um,
It's hard work being a feminist. Hell, I'll be a feminist and I don't want nobody to be like, oh no, you a feminist. Remember, you can do everything I can do. You take your damn trash out yourself. No, you ain't gonna catch me like that. No. No.
No,
Brenda
you
Boy
right.
said that's how you stop a conversation. That's your how I stopped the conversation, Brenda. She ain't want to talk to me. She was done with me. If she see me, I'll be, hey girl. She ain't want to go. She don't talk to me no more.
No, that's how you do. But see, that goes back to what we said, morals. Like it's just some things people I don't get it, man. Like I say, I think we, even when we run into white people, what fucks me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just tell you, when I hear white people, but it's so fucked up that we did it, and they want to say it's through rap. When you hear white people rapping saying nigga,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, I done been around them. I even know some who said it. I just be looking at them like, what makes you think you can rap them lyrics like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so crazy. And it just, and it fucks me up. Don't get me wrong. I know people to do it. They want to say it. They thinking like that's cool, but it's really fucked up. But if we say something about, just say something about a Jew, but it's all right. You can say nigga, because it ain't with the ER, it's with the A on it.
Yeah, semantics.
You just see like how society, like how we is getting, and it's like, oh, rap made it's easy. People can say this. That is, listen, we so backwards. And then what do you do? How really do you supposed to take it?
I honestly don't have an answer to that, Mick.
I'm trying to figure out, how do you really supposed to take it? We do it with the music. They think they can do it because they listen to the rap music.
Yeah. Brenda Boy said, but they don't mean what the ancestors meant.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I get it. I see both sides of the coin, to be honest. I do. I see both sides of the coin because I even see it on a point where Ice Cube had the when he was they did the interview and they asked him about that. He said it's our word now. We took the word. It's ours now, and y'all can't have it back. It's not yours. We use it how we want to use it, but y'all can't use it. We took it. It's ours now.
And that's what I think where the black, because it still goes back down to the black and white dynamic. I don't think blacks really have a friend. To be honest with you. And you know what I'm saying? I call myself being cool with a couple that I know. But sometimes I be looking at them, I be thinking like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't see what's going around. Like, what's really, like, how blacks are really getting mistreated. You can't really see it.
Becky Brown said, what about when you call us that because it's done all the time?
I think it's crazy as hell to even, I use it. Don't get me wrong. When we be talking shit, we be saying, I'll be like this ignorant end. But I said, but it's not right. Because we do it, but it's been in us, and we call ourselves using it. It should never be a word that white people should be able to use.
But you know what? I don't think that it should have ever got to the point to where we're comfortable with it being said.
Right.
I'm gonna just be real with you because now it's at the point to where we're comfortable. I'm sorry, Becky. I'm sorry. Brenda said that, not Becky. I apologize. You're right, Brenda. I'm sorry. Brenda Boy said that. But I don't think that we should have gotten to the point where it's comfortable for us to say. I think we should have stayed at the point to where it's very uncomfortable and we're offended by it on all sides,
Cause
whether
I'm
it be
not.
us that say it or whether it be them. Just to be honest with you, but now we're at the point where it doesn't bother anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's we have been desensitized,
Yeah, cause
and I don't think we should have gotten to the point where we're desensitized from
because
it.
I remember I was working in the school. I'm gonna tell you, fuck me up. I saw two white kids call each other niggas. I was like, what the? I didn't know how to. I was like, damn. And then I'm saying they was calling it to each other. And I'm like, do they really understand? Then, like, I'm not gonna lie. I seen the black and white kids call each other that. I knew in our day, if you said that when we was going to school, you got your ass whooped for using that word.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Becky Brown said it has always been our word because it's a country. And she also said KRS-One teaches about the word. Brenda Boyd said, well, honestly, no one is supposed to be using it because we had a funeral for the word, never to be said again. And I agree with you with everything you just said. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But I think we just been desensitized, and I think we should have never got to the point to where we even buried the word. I think that it should have been there and still making us uncomfortable and still should have been said. I think it should have been a thing, where, but then that goes back to not being taught our history for real. That is where we drop the ball and not passing down our history like we're supposed to, and it even to the point to where it being taught in schools, to white children as well as black children, the meaning behind that word, and the plight that came with it, and all of the pain and everything else. But that just comes down to education, and that's not teaching our heritage and our history. So now we desensitized from it because these kids don't even know, where it came from and the meaning behind it and how hurtful it was, and what was the cause of it. They don't even know that, but they're not going to know it because critical race theory can't be taught anymore. They're voting on that, and we're allowing that too. So it's a multitude of things. I think the reason why we're so desensitized from it, and they like that, right? It's by design.
no doubt.
Design. Becky Brown said we need to study because it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but the way that they used it and the way they intended for it was bad, Becky.
Yeah, I think the way we used it, I get it. Like if you really go study it, like the negas, like the different words or what it
Yep,
is. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah, but I definitely I get it. But when it's usually, to me it's
It was
if we
used to be derogatory.
yeah, if we could throw it away, I'd be content with it
Yeah, it was used actually to be derogatory. You know,
because to me,
because you can't listen. You can't go to listen to all my Mexican friends and things like that. Listen, this is not. I'm not saying that to be derogatory towards you, but you can't go in. You can't go into that community and call them a beaner, and see what happened. They're gonna take your motherfucking head off. Go and call them a wetback. They're gonna take your motherfucking head off.
yeah, because
Now those are some things that they ain't letting that go. I
yeah.
guarantee you can't do that. Go ahead, try it, and I guarantee you that's gonna be. But that's the energy we should be having too. We shouldn't be letting nobody come in and using that. We shouldn't do it.
Yeah, well, then on that case, Becky Brown, she said it was tough. That's why we need to open these schools up where we can teach our history and not just get taught his history.
Right. We need
You
to
know
teach
what I'm saying?
all history. You're right.
Right. We can't, you know what I'm saying? Because even with that critical race theory, that's sad but it ain't sad what it is. You got a race of people who don't want to really be told what they have done. They get tired of hearing this what they did. Well, we didn't do it. That wasn't us. But you still benefited off of what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why we can't keep always putting ours to the side, our pain to the side when everybody else get to keep speaking on theirs. They wanted to put ours to the side and be like, well, that happened over 400 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's terrible. They keep wanting you to put your stuff to the side. Cause like with the schools, they know they needed new schools here.
Yeah. But Brenda Boyd said, do we even know our history? Because all we know is what we hear from someone or what we read. But just like the past 2 years, they're knocking down statues and using different words like history is being rewritten by man. She said, I'm white. I never was taught that Jesus was white, just for example. It's very complicated. Well, you know what, Brenda? I applaud whoever taught you that Jesus wasn't white. I honestly do. I applaud you that they taught you that. Because the definition in the Bible of him white don't describe no white man at all. You ever see? And if you and maybe that's some things that should happen. They should take these people to the farm and let them see a sheep for real. You ever seen a sheep's wool? Don't look shit like a white person here. Tell you that right, god dang on now. Yeah.
No, you do. I see what Becky Brown say. I study my history. No, you do. You supposed to study history though.
She
But
said our community needs to reduce the playtime in the summer and focus on meaningful play.
they do. You do. They do need to. They do need to get.
Absolutely.
See, my problem is they study want to build gyms, right?
Yeah.
They study want athletes. When Brother Roberts was just talking today, saying you got 12th graders just reading at an 8th grade reading level.
And lower. And lower.
You hear what I'm saying? Oh, that same image you see when you coming down 75, Becky Brown.
What image did they show her in church? I'm not sure, but if she wasn't taught that Jesus was white, then I mean, I'm gonna be honest. And she white, I applaud whoever taught her that Jesus was white.
No, when you go to the churches, he was white. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying I applaud whoever told her that Jesus was white. I applaud them for that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. You got, but as long as we, like I said, we need help. We really need help because the way this system is going.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only image
Flint needs to be healed from all kinds of stuff. Flint really needs to be healed from these so-called leaders that we have in place. We need to be, and you know, it's a history of them. We got a long way to go. We got a lot of healing that should be done.
They ain't finna get nothing, man. The way this game, they got Flint set up. Like what was that Becky Brown said that's how the outskirts is surviving, the county surviving. They ain't finna do it because you ain't.
Yeah, they profiting off our plight.
Yeah, but no, I say this, not with this mayor and not with this administration. This mayor and this council, you're not gonna get nothing. Maybe a new mayor. Maybe if you can recall a couple of these council people, get them up out them seats because they're not doing their job. And I'll go back to Eva Worthing. She shouldn't even be to me all her attendance. And this is only a part-time job. Your attendance that bad?
Yeah, she part-time.
Yeah. And again, I'm gonna say this with Quincy and that land bank. I don't like his relationship with the land bank and him being on council. I don't care how they feel.
No, because he biased. He biased. And he gonna always advocate for him and think that they the best thing since sliced bread. That's a fucking lie. Yeah, that's terrible. They're absolutely terrible.
I don't like his relationship because Rich ain't here, so I got to stand there for Rich for his third ward representative. I'm not happy with Quincy on what he's doing with that relationship because he steady basing the relationship that he has with him. Everybody else I talk to about the land bank, they act like they have they not acting. They are having a hard time getting houses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about sick of that though. Every time, because what he got, I might have a good relationship with somebody. That don't mean you're gonna have a good relationship with them.
Becky, Brenda Boyd says Y'all names these BBs, y'all throwing me for a loop for a minute. I'm sorry. Brenda Boyd says seriously, people need to attend these meetings. Her excuse is she works, and it doesn't matter. Then you shouldn't have run. You're absolutely right, and that's the same thing Eric May said today. But I agree. If you don't have the time to put in it, or you don't make the time to put in it, then you should not be running, like, for real, not at all. And if you're not gonna make the time, and I just feel like, especially if you, okay, yeah, you work second shift, because if you work second shift, then you damn sure shouldn't have put in for it at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't understand that. What does she do? Anybody know what she do for a living? Where she work at?
A teacher.
She's a teacher. Man, go on, man. My kids ain't listen. What do you teachers? Are you a coach? Ain't no school. What school you at? What school she teach at, y'all?
I think she do elementary.
No, where at?
I don't know. I don't know. Don't let me.
The only thing I can say, what, you ain't in Flint? You got to it take you that long to get there? Because I know you lying talking about you still at work. Man, come on, man. I know you lying talking about you still at work at that time. It's 5 o'clock.
Well, yeah. Well,
Even if it's 4 o'clock. What do you mean?
Oh no, she teach online. So they done probably around at the 3 o'clock.
Online for elementary? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. And you can't make it.
Well, that's why Eric say
we accepting that? We accepting that excuse? Oh my Lord. And the other 8 council people accepting that excuse? Stop it.
Yep.
Stop it. She gotta go. Man, if y'all don't recall that lady, why she still there? Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all letting her sit up there causing all this confusion. And then she pick and choose when she want to come and cause an uproar. I know you fucking lying. Y'all crazy as hell.
I haven't got over when she said one of her students said she was racist, and they let that slide up under when she told on herself.
Brenda Boyd said, "I'm the only one talking about it." Well, Brenda, I'm about to talk about it with you because God dog it, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was online. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, her attendance record has been terrible.
Wow,
it's been a shame.
I'm calling her back, y'all. I'm gonna have to call her back and talk to her about that. Wow.
Her attendance record has been terrible.
What's the she the 9th ward, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the 9th ward area?
The Regencies. Part of the Regencies, if I'm not mistaken. Was the Regencies part of hers? I could be wrong. Because when Jaleel kept telling her to come out there to the Regencies, they're part of it might not be hers. I don't know. I know is it Fenton Road over there on Fenton Road?
Brenda Boyd said everyone should have demanded her, Kate, and Sheldon get out. Listen, I'm glad Kate Fields is gone because Kate
was something.
That one right there, child. But this one here need to go too. Becky Brown said all she do is keep up mess. I'm saying she just come to cause a confusion. Goodness gracious. Oh, Brenda said yes, that's part of hers. Now, how we got somebody like that represent the damn Regencies? Child, I'm appalled. And I am appalled at the council for allowing her to still be there with that piss poor ass attendance.
Terrible.
And y'all talk shit about Liddell Lewis, but y'all ain't talking nothing about Eva Worthing. Oh, I know you lying.
Oh yeah, they was on there about her attendance.
That was on Liddell about not showing up or coming with a big bag. And y'all not saying nothing about Eva? Ooh, I know you lying.
Did Eva even show up to any of the hyper meetings, or she just showed up to one in her ward?
Well, she wasn't at the one we was at.
No, she wasn't there.
I ain't see her there, and I ain't see her in none of the other ones when they had went live from the other ones. I ain't see her at none of them.
Yeah, she got a bad attendance record.
And why wouldn't she come to the A ward one? By her ward.
I might go ahead if they will vote me in. I'll go on and get a spot in the 8th ward, in the 9th ward. What the hell?
In the 9th ward?
Yeah.
I'll go to the 3rd.
You'll go to the 3rd?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you do, because the 3rd ward right now. I don't know if Quincy want to be the council person or if he want to be needy motherfucking bodyguard right now. I'm confused.
She said, who? I don't remember 2nd ward not showing up. No, not 2nd ward, 9th ward. Because who's 2nd ward? Liddell?
Yeah, Liddell showed up.
Yeah, Lady Liddell. No, she was there. I talked to her.
Yeah,
No,
I said Liddell was there.
Her. I'm talking about Eva. Eva was not there.
Yeah. Quincy was there like he was mad.
You live in the 9th. Brenda, I don't live in any ward.
No, me neither, Brenda. I said I might want to go over there.
But that's what I said at the Arbor Funds meeting. I was like, what y'all gonna do to get me back in Flint? I used to live in Flint, but I don't anymore. I moved out of Flint at the beginning of the water crisis, actually. I moved out of Flint. However, I'm like, what y'all gonna do to get me back in there? As of right now, as it relates to right now, how the hell I'm gonna get back in there? Ain't nowhere for me to live. Ain't got no housing for real. I'm not gonna live I ain't gonna go live in a shit house, and I sure can't get one from Land Bank. But yeah, no, I don't live in any ward. I would if I was able to. If I would, I would go back and I would run.
I want to run for the 9th. Fuck it. I'm gonna give it a shot next year.
Next year?
I think she gonna probably quit.
It's election next year?
Oh. Nah, I was talking shit. Even not gonna quit. I'm not going over there to run for that, man. I couldn't be on that council. I couldn't be on that council. I don't know how Eric can handle it, to be honest with you. They don't even want to bring the sanitation back, get garbage trucks. That's what I'm saying. You can't get, and all you hear, listen, do you be hearing the excuses that they be making? You wouldn't even have to give up that $9 million. What was it? Did he say it was over $9 million for the garbage contract? That was money that could have been kept in house. It could have been kept in house. I guess they don't want it in house.
Absolutely, they don't want it in house.
Yeah, I mean, them council that even when you got this council, you would think this council came with something. I'll be sitting up with Judy Priestley. Says she's such a hell of an accountant. I'm just saying, so she is Republican, and she's so fiscal responsibility. Won't you find the fiscal responsibility to bring some of the resources back? Get a garbage truck. Why is she not saying stuff like that? Why Allie Hokenritter not saying stuff? Is she saying stuff like that? They need to get back to Flint need to get back. They garbage truck stuff like that.
Well, let's talk about Allie Hokenritter. So when she was running, remember, we didn't even know who she was. Nobody had ever had heard of her platform or anything like that. And when she ran, she just ran. Same with Judy Priestley. We didn't hear anything from her. We just all of a sudden knew she was running, right? We didn't get her platform or nothing. And remember, we invited them from Fly City when we was doing Fly City. We invited them, and we couldn't get to them. They didn't agree.
When Judy wanted to come on, we couldn't get the schedule together.
Yeah.
Judy wanted to come on. Allie wasn't coming. Eva wasn't coming.
Oh, Eva wasn't even. She wasn't even. We couldn't even really get a hold of her for real.
Shit, she barely showed up to council, so
right.
I didn't think she was going. She barely showed up to council, but she be on Facebook.
Yeah.
Did you see? Ooh, they put a thing up because Tanya was criticizing Eva being on Facebook.
Who did?
I said because I can't think of where they put it at. They had put up Eva about Tanya checking Eva about being on Facebook, commenting in the group. This was I don't know how Eva can multitask.
So she can be online at school and she can comment on Facebook, but she can't come to council meetings.
No, when they don't even be knowing what's going on in council meetings neither.
That's sad right there. Becky Brown said many of these council people are against black progress. It seems like that. Oh, Brenda Boyd says she's always on Facebook during the meetings. That's crazy to me. You know what? Why are they even allowed to have their phones right there? Why are they doing that? That's interesting. Wonder why.
If she knew what she was doing. Yeah, I believe many. I believe the black ones are.
Black ones are what?
What Becky Brown just said. Let me put her comment up.
Oh, against black progress?
Yeah, I do. I truly believe that it is. So many of these council people are. The black ones are.
But you know what is, and it's so funny to me that how cliquey they be. They be in these little cliques or whatever. To just be against certain people. And I know that some of them get upset because even what they say that Dennis Pfeiffer seems to be in cahoots with Eric Mays. Why do we have to look at it as Dennis Pfeiffer is in cahoots with Eric Mays as opposed to Dennis Pfeiffer is for some of the agendas? Why we got to look at it as he's with Eric Mays as opposed to him being for some of the agendas? You get what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Am I saying that correctly? Like, we want to make it seem like they're allies on something else as opposed to him being for the actual agenda in the business. You get what I'm saying, Mick?
You know why, don't you? Because what you
they got a hard on for Eric.
Because what you just said, the wording. Because they'd have said it like that. That's just like if they saying Quincy is in cahoots with Eva Worthy. Can't see Quincy in cahoots with Eileen Hokenritter. Is Quincy in cahoots with Liddell Lewis? You know what I'm saying? The people start saying that. Yeah. That's what the BS be coming at. They always want to say
absolutely, Becky. Becky said maybe 8th Ward understands how to work in partnership to move the city forward. You are absolutely right, and that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's the exact see, and that's the thing, and that's what I said when I don't know you. I think you were watching when I had Dennis Pfeiffer on there, and that's the thing that I was saying, like, because that should be the movement, right? We got 9 people that say that they're for Flint, they love Flint, and they want to see the progress of Flint, right? So if Eric Mays is advocating for something in his ward, as long as it makes sense and is moving the city forward, all the other 8th Ward should be like, yes, 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 and everybody should vote on it. So when Jerry Winfrey Carter needs something in her ward, in the 5th Ward, and it makes sense and it's moving the city forward and it's building up her ward, they should, all other 8th Ward should say yes, 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 yes. Now understand the no's if it don't make sense. I get it. But for the most part, we all should be in cahoots with each other. We should all be understanding that these are the things that's going to move the city forward and move the wards forward. And we should all be in partnership with it. You are absolutely correct. And that's exactly what I've been saying. Because now it makes me feel like, and it makes me believe that you don't really have the city's best interest at heart. That's crazy. Because if so, then you wouldn't see it as him being in cahoots with Eric. You would see him as wanting the agendas and the progress and the forward progress of the city. Honestly, these Facebook folks will be in church tomorrow talking about how good their God is. I would like to meet that guy, child. Listen. I don't know if I want to meet that guy. Because if that's how they got flowing, I don't
Do
know.
you really believe these people believe in God?
Not for real.
Okay. I'm just
Not for
asking.
real. Nope, not for real.
I'm just asking because I'm
Not
going
for
to
real.
tell you, can't none of these people believe they are godly people. I mean, I ain't going to say godly believe in God.
Brenda Boyd says Eric has a very good vision for Flint, but no one agrees with him. They didn't want anyone to talk to Eric. You right? They always saying he's doing something illegal, but he's not. But he's not the racist. I don't believe that Dennis Pfeiffer is racist at all. He don't give me that at all. I don't even think that Dennis Pfeiffer has like this crazy back end agenda. I don't even I've talked to him several times. I talked to him on camera twice, but I've talked to him several times off camera, and he has never given me that. And he's never even said anything that makes me think that he has some type of agenda on the back end. So I don't know. I think he rocks with Eric Mays because Eric Mays ain't no damn dummy, and he really wants to move the city forward. That's my belief. So so I agree with Becky Brown in saying that he understands how to work in partnership to move the city forward. So I wholeheartedly agree in that. I know one thing to one, but see, and that's another thing. How can you say that it's just that he has an agenda with Eric Mays when that whole the whole let's take the grocery store and the 600,000 for instance. Eric was for it, but he wasn't. He agreed that it should be a grocery store there, but he just like, man, it's just they wasn't talking the right things. So I get it because I agree with him on that. But then I ended up agreeing with Eric on some of it too because he said this is what Eric brought to mind and made me think a little bit differently and like, okay, I get it. Because Eric said, we just vote to get to say yes, we want the 600,000. But then we got dude in place to look at the budget and say and see to see if the budget and this money is allocated in the right places to say yes or no.
The
So then
compliance firm. The compliance firm.
The compliance firm. So when if that come back and they say, nah, $7,800 for a motherfucking popcorn machine is stupid. No, we ain't approving this 600,000 at all. Okay, we'll give you two. Because where we see A, B, C, and D and all of this that makes sense is at 2, not at 6. You get me? Now that made sense to me when Eric said it that way. Now, I'm not saying that store don't need to be there. I'm not saying that at all. But I also seen where Dennis was coming from. A, because he a businessman and he got a few dollars and he know how to allocate money. And he said he was looking at it, what it cost to build it and to get a grocery store running. And he didn't take all of that. And what they had was sufficient. But I was in agreement with that too. So I guess I'm on both sides of the fence. Like I get where Eric coming from, but I also get the other side too. And I'm more on the other side than I am on this side. Not saying that the grocery store don't need to be there, but I'm saying like you gotta make the dollars make sense.
No, I understand that.
Becky Brown said it's not for a popcorn machine. Today I went to Gordon's and bought popcorn from their kitchen. Becky, well, if it's not for a popcorn machine, then damn it, they shouldn't have said it because that was in there and I seen it and read it for myself. And the lady said the reason why they want the popcorn machine, she said it because kids like popcorn, and that threw me for a loop. Now, Becky, if it ain't for a popcorn machine, then they shouldn't have sent her in there to talk about it because that's what she said. Now I seen that for myself. Now that one I can speak on because I actually saw that one. I'm like, shit. A popcorn kitchen, what's the difference? popcorn kitchen, you need a popcorn machine. What's the difference? Popcorn kitchen, popcorn machine, because kids like popcorn. That don't make no sense to me. $78 for a popcorn kitchen. The hell kind of popcorn you popping?
Might be some movie popcorn.
It better be 24 karat gold popcorn kernels, because I don't understand how $7,800 in the grocery store. That don't make sense to me. But again, I'm not looking at the budget. I'm just saying when it's presented like that, I can see how people have an issue for it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. Like I said, hey, y'all can be on the side of the $600,000. I'm standing where I'm standing on it. It don't make sense to me. But hey, who am I? Because if I had $7.4 million, you can't tell me I can't open no grocery store with $7.4 million now. Shit. And to mention that the building already standing, it ain't like you gotta dig it up and knock it down to build a whole ass building. The building already there. You renovating it. So I can't see that. So yeah. Their own popcorn. I get it. But Gordon wasn't asking for $600,000 from us either. So But like I said, well, we can agree to disagree. I just personally don't see it, but again, that's not me. I ain't got a dog in the fight. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, I understand. Like I said, I get it. Eric made me understand it a little better today. Like they funded other things, so they could have did it. But my only thing with it is, I say that for another show when we get off into that.
Becky, you know what? I don't dispute that it's very profitable. I don't dispute that at all. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that the budget just doesn't seem right to me. But again, that's just to me. But I'm not looking at the whole budget, whatever, and that ain't even my job to do it. I'm just saying where I'm at with it. And again, I'm saying you had 7.4 million before this $600,000, and I'm just trying to figure out how that ain't even enough. But I'm trying to see how $7.4 million ain't even getting you like at least 3/4 of the way through it. I'm just not understanding it. But they got the money already. So
no, I'll get you on that, Becky. They gave the money to. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I get it on that aspect, like you say. They gave money to the library. I feel they should give it to it. I'm not gonna say, but I'm just saying.
But not the library. What in access? What in aspect of the library that we're not talking about, or we're just not talking about it? Period. Is that what you mean, Becky?
It's probably ready to go with.
Yeah, so Brenda Boy said, I didn't know he already got the money. Yeah, so Kildy and Annanet got him the money. Brenda, Kildy and Annanet got them the money, so they don't need that $600,000 because Kildy and Annanet got them the money, right, Mick?
That's what I think they said.
Yeah.
They supposed to got it for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then she withdrew it, and she said she was gonna fill out the paper and try to get it when the lady came down.
Mm-hmm. The library caused our property taxes to rise. Okay. How much did the library get?
Millions.
So here's my question about why the library got all that money. The library was already complaining about not having enough people coming in and out of it as is. So what we get the library money for? We get a library all that money, but we can't get we can't get a school. Well, shit, the kids can't fucking read. What do we need a library for? Who checking these books out?
I believe it's gonna be there for the new schools they gonna make, or the new schools Mark gonna put there.
That's crazy. We still want my money.
Man, listen. I don't know why
I'm
that.
not in agreement to getting my money. I'm not, but hey, it ain't me.
Because if you take their money, you don't own the school.
Mm-hmm. People from other communities and county come to the library. Okay. I'm not disputing that. I have not been to the library in a long time. Not that I didn't like the library, because I love the library and I read all the time. And it's just that, I go to Borders, or I'm on my laptop, or my computer, or my
Well,
phone.
I want to ask Becky this. Becky, what you think then?
She said she agree with my money.
So they should get the money from that. They should take the money from MOP, or they shouldn't take the money from MOP.
She said she agreed with the MOP money. So I think she's saying that let's get some clarification. Do you think we should take the money from MOP? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Should we? Should the city be owned by MOP? Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen.
No, she said they should take the money. But then what is all this problem? Well, then what's coming on? Because Lord McIntosh don't want them to take the money, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think we should. I think
Lord don't want them to take the money.
I think the city should do it. They got that money, shit, spend it and build a damn school. I think the city should own it. I don't think MOP should own it. Why we want to be in somebody else's pocket? That's our fucking problem right now. Why we got to be in somebody else's pocket and we already got the money?
Maybe they can cut a deal. They build one or two schools. They can go in on building the schools together or something.
Okay, but they need one we need one by ourselves. We got all this money. Why we can't own our own school? Why we can't build our own school? That's crazy to me. That don't make sense. Why we need to be in somebody else's pocket and we got the money? Silly. It's ridiculous.
She said that MOP would not own the building if we move now. What's impeding the process, Becky Brown?
Explain that to me then, Becky. How will MOP not own the building if we get the money from them? Can you explain that to me? And Brenda said, right, Flint should be self-sufficient. Absolutely. Absolutely. We should not be dependent on nobody for nothing. Ain't that the reason why we in the shit we in right now? I don't think we should be in nobody else's pocket, to be honest. We got the money. We should do it ourselves. We don't need to be in nobody else's pocket. Why? Right. We don't need no more debt from nobody at all. You heard Eric said we still paying on some bullshit from the damn
KWA.
Yeah. Because he stated that there'd be no strings attached. Baby, I would have to see that paperwork. Then what's his motive then? What's his motive then? If it's not gonna be no strings attached, what's the motive? He just want to do it for the love? Because if that's the case, why he throw that whole bitch fit taking programs away? Remember that, Mick?
No, I remember. I'm just trying to figure what's going on.
But you get what I'm saying? If it's just for the love and there ain't no strings attached, why he get so mad and was taking programs away?
You know what I was? I went to one of them.
Not at the meeting last summer, and I already told you, I got a little touch of ADD. I don't be at the end. I probably was at work, so I missed a lot of meetings from being at work. So no, I wasn't.
I just went to one with Brother Robert.
I'm asking the questions because now I'm curious. But I'm just saying, what's the motive? If it's no strings attached, what's the motive? That is when he came back and stated no strings attached. After he had the fit and took the programs away and gave them back, after that, that's when he said no strings attached. Interesting. Yeah, I still don't think we should take it. Oh, hell no. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. You trust that? You seriously tell me you trust that? He threw a whole ass bitch fit about it, took the programs away because he was throwing the tantrum, put them back in there and say, oh, okay, no strings attached. You believe that? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't trust that. But I ain't in a position to say yay and no either, yay and nay. But
Well, she said that is the purpose of a legal team.
Yep. And he got a whole lot of money to buy a better legal team. I don't know. Let me clear that up. I don't trust the city to get the right legal team in place to make sure that don't happen. I ain't got no faith in our city. I don't have no faith that they wouldn't look at the fine print and all that other stuff. I don't have no faith in that.
But what would Flint do with the money they got then?
I guess they'll fucking argue about it, Mickey. Hell.
I'm saying with the school board, I get it if they saying take it now. Because they feel they got a better deal where they came negotiate.
So Brenda Boyd says, so check this out. They're trying to use ARPA funds. So why is Sheldon talking about all this other money? He should just be talking about the ARPA. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Becky said, I can see that. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Becky. I really, truly just don't trust that the city put the right people in place to make sure that doesn't happen. I think that it will be something shady happen, and it'll be like, oh, y'all know what? We fucked up. My dude owned the building. You get what I'm saying? The profit over morals, right, Mick? The profit over morals. I feel like something shady will happen on the back end because it's been happening too much. History has proven that, right? So I don't trust it, Becky. I'm sorry. I just don't trust it. They cannot build new schools with this money. FCS will put the legal team up. I'm not saying that they have to build new schools, plural, but they can at least build one. All right.
Well, she said they cannot build new schools with the money. But,
Becky said she trusted. I don't trust it, Becky. I don't trust it at all. I'm gonna be honest. Brenda says she totally agrees. She think that's what's going on anyway. I swear I do. I do. Follow the money.
No, because I talked to different people in education.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say their name. And they said, even the people's out there in Beecher, they said they'd be a damn fool to let Mock come in. It's his money. When it's your money, you can do what you want to do.
Definitely.
So they was like, they wouldn't go for it. But they got some who come in because he's coming to take the school system. They just don't want to admit that. But I understand it. But I don't get it. If this was the thing to take the money now, why did they get rid of Nita last year?
That's a good question.
I get some of it because I wasn't watching all of it. Like I said, I caught the end of it.
Brenda Boyd says she don't think the money is there anyway.
Because I'm just trying to figure it out. Like I said, because right now, I understood she resigned, but didn't she resign because they said she was talking to Mott too much?
I remember them saying that. I don't know if that's why she resigned, but I remember them saying that she was having them back end conversations with him.
Right, and she wasn't having the president in on the conversation, the rest of the board members. But I do understand some of that.
Yeah.
But
so they were saying she was being shady.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
See, that's what Brenda Boyd just said. She was doing shady stuff, she thought. Becky said no. Then why she resigned, Becky? I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't answer it. So I can't answer it. Maybe.
No, I'm just saying because I remember she was trying to build some schools with my. But I get what they saying now because Becky Brown said after they stopped it when this board nipped that shit in the bud and they made them have to come back to the drawing board. I get that, but I get it if you doing it from this standpoint. They made them come back to the drawing board where they have some say so with Flint one giving up their school. If they doing it on that aspect.
Oh, I'm sorry, Becky. She said she was answering your question.
Oh, okay.
I apologize, Becky.
Okay, so she was not. I'm just saying, if they going back now and they got a better, they able to do a better deal per se, and I'm like you, I wouldn't trust it. But if they going back to do a better deal than the one that the previous superintendent finna do, I mean that they was doing, okay. If this the deal y'all can get some schools and y'all own the building, I'm with it. But like I say, I done talked to different education people from out of the state and from out of the city. Like shit, whoever money it is, that's who gonna own it.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
I'm just saying if I don't know. Like I said, I've been out of school for so long. I don't know. My thing is this: if they gonna go do if they had to get rid of the last superintendent, so they can get a better deal on the table, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? If this the better deal, I mean, do what you have to do. If y'all all in, go in. Because in the end, it's the only thing. When you do make this deal, you can't go back and say, "Oh, I fucked up." We got to make this right. When you go do this deal, you better dot all your I's and cross your T's.
Becky Brown said, "Ma put up the money for the new charter school, and FCCC owns it now." Yeah.
Like
Becky,
I said,
I just don't trust it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't trust it.
I'm just saying, Becky. I can see it both ways. I can see what you saying, like, shit, it's gonna be hard to trust somebody when it's their money. But I can see it because I'm just saying they could have did this underneath her.
Right.
But it was a hostile, as you can see. It was her and the board. She was battling with the board. But this is just my thing. And then I'm gonna just say this. And this shit crazy as shit. Unless we have another fund, our kids deserve new schools. Only thing I can say, Becky Brown, listen, if y'all got a better deal with this superintendent in the council in the school council, I mean the school board, go for it. But I'm just saying, we was just at this road. What was that? 2 years ago? Last year we was just at this road.
Listen, all money ain't good money, and I'm just saying, I just feel like all money ain't good money, and it's just been so much back and forth and so much crazy stuff that's been happening. I just personally don't trust it. But if in fact that can happen and it can go through and it can honestly be that and it can truthfully be that with no strings attached, I would love that. But oof, that's rough.
I'm just saying,
I can tell you what I'm happy is I ain't got no little kids that's got to come up through this, man. Because I would be so hard pressed to send them to school. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I would probably be homeschooling.
Yeah, because it's cold blooded. This my thing. Then Mop been funding these things. He been funding Team Quest, right?
Yep.
The My Foundation. I'm saying. They didn't know that they needed new schools in Flint until now.
Absolutely, they did.
They didn't know about, when you was cutting all the programs, Arthur was over there fighting, along with probably Becky Brown. Everybody was fighting
Absolutely.
to get their schools, you know what I'm saying, to get the money back over here for the schools. I'm just saying, it, like I said, the thing is it's so crazy because you got one side, people like Flint got his own money, but now Becky Brown saying they can't use that money to build new schools. People saying at 1 minute they were saying don't do the deal with Mop. I'm assuming that they was allegedly they were saying that Nita was doing some shady stuff because that's how it was put out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The last superintendent, you know, she wasn't including the board what was going on. But now, new superintendent, we had a new president.
Brenda Boyd said, "Why not?
Why not what?
Why not what, Brenda?" She also said if she had kids going to school, they would be homeschooled. I'm telling you.
Now you really can't send them to them school. Can't send them to the school.
Yeah. Becky Brown said, "I don't know about that."
I'm just trying to figure. I'm just saying that's what they were saying. Now you got a new superintendent. The former president of the school board that we had. They was trying to, from what I'm hearing, they was trying to put some new schools in. So maybe they feel like they was gonna have a better deal to do the deal with Mott. I'm like you. I watched the Indians do the deals, and I watched how they reneged on them deals.
Mm-hmm.
Them deals ain't not worth what they written on paper. They have somehow write up some new shit that would have crossed that out.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, if this what they saying they got in writing it was a new deal, go for it. But just knowing, when you do this deal, if you ain't got your I's dotted and your T's crossed, don't come back and say, "Oh, I tried. You know, I was thinking I was doing." Because I'm just saying, it's going to put pressure on you.
Yeah.
But if you ain't trying to do the deal, I'm with Becky. Where you gonna get the other funding from? Since you know what I'm saying, you're gonna walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she said Central was supposed to be a high tech, but the board members voted against it. That's what I'm saying, Becky. We don't know. Like 1 minute is like they wanted to do the business with Mott up under Anita Stewart, the former superintendent.
Yeah.
They were saying she was, you know what I'm saying? She was too much under Ridgeway White.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what it was. And that was this board when we had the new members on there. When we got the new members on, okay, don't get me wrong. They said Danielle did fine. Them was stealing money from Flint. You know what I'm saying? Before Nita Stewart took over, we had that superintendent. I can't think of his name.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
either.
but we had him before when Nita took over. So after Nita took over, you know what I'm saying? They were supposed to do the deal with Mott. I guess she wasn't doing honest, you know, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, they was, you know, she wasn't being honest with the board. She was keeping them out the loop. But now she gone. Dr. Lopez, right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now she gone. Now we got come in Kevin, the new superintendent, Kevin Jones. And they saying he been the most transparent. So, but I guess he trying to do the deal with Mott. And they want to do the deal, but you got these board members who don't want to do the no deal with Mott. That's what I'm saying. Like the kids is getting caught up in
They're in the middle. They're in the crossfire.
Yeah, they're in the middle.
Yeah, they definitely are in the
Because I feel like because I done heard parents, I done heard people, they were saying they don't want Flint got his own money. Flint should build his own schools, come back independent. I'm cool with that, but just let us know when you finna build these schools for the kids, where you gonna get the money from.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do is tell the people, let them know what you can do. Then they ain't gotta be going back and forth. And if you gotta go do the deal with Mott, go secure the deal and make sure you look out for the best interest of Flint. Other than that,
Absolutely, because I'm telling you, because Mick, that's really my fear, is that is that it's gonna be some type of red tape, something technical that's gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, it was gonna be yours, and there wasn't no strings attached, but you ain't read this, or you didn't see this, or you didn't do this, or you reneged on this, or something. I just
that's all I'm saying. But if you got a better deal, go for it. That's all I can tell you.
yeah.
If you got a better deal,
and I get it, and I get it, and I get that we do need new schools, and I get it, and I truly, 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 in my heart of hearts, know that we really do need it, and these children need it. You know what I'm saying? But again, if we gonna build this new school and have these same old sorry ass teachers, what's the point? But we do need new schools. It does need to be upgraded. We do need to have a better educational system for these children. We absolutely do. Right? I just, it's just so much shady stuff going on, like it just really makes me nervous about it. And we are already Flint is already destitute. We don't need to be in nobody else's pockets that we're gonna have to owe, or somebody be dangling the carrot in front of us. I don't like that. Ugh, I just don't like that.
Yeah.
But we do, and Brenda Boyd said we need total transparency. We do, man, for real. We don't need the shady shit on the back end, for real. These children have suffered enough, for real, y'all. Flint suffered enough. Damn, man, we just can't. Whew.
Well, you got any party shots you want to give them, Shatara?
You know what? We're going to talk to some more people. We're going to do some more research. We're going to come back and have a few more of these conversations, but we're going to get some people on here to have some conversations and some dialogue with as well, right? But I like doing this with you all. I like having you all on here, and we can talk back and forth, and we can get some things situated, and some things that I didn't know, some things y'all didn't know, or some things we can just talk about. I like chopping it up with y'all. It's good to have this platform where y'all can do that, whatever, right? So I really like it. I enjoy it. Rich Jones will be on tomorrow. He's gonna be doing a weekend review for what's been going on all week. Y'all ain't seen him all week, so y'all better be ready for him to talk his shit, because he on it, I'm sure.
Yeah, because he was supposed to come on today. Probably mad as shit.
Yeah, so y'all look for Rich Jones tomorrow, right? He said he wanted me to be on there with him, so if he do it early enough, because y'all know I work early in the morning, so if he does that, then I'll be on there and I'll talk a little shit with him. We'll go back and forth a little bit, but we're gonna do more of this, right? We're gonna have some more dialogue, some more. We'll get some more people on here to talk about, get some more interesting people and get some other perspectives on some things, right? Not just mine and Mix, we're gonna get a little bit of everybody. So with that being said, again, y'all make sure y'all take some time out to get your mental right, take some time to reset and recharge. Also, tell a friend to come to 810 News Media Group and check us out. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that from YouTube and from Facebook. I love y'all. Y'all be cool out there in them streets. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend despite the show. Peace, love, and light.
Peace out.